SPHEAL. How's it going, YouTube? This is SPHEAL. Welcome to the channel. This is all we do now. All SPHEAL, all the time. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the SPHEAL. How's it going, YouTube? This is Trainer J.I. Yes, this is a SPHEAL playmat. Yes, it is the best thing you've ever seen in your entire life. And I know that because you've probably never seen a SPHEAL playmat before, but now you have, and now it is, in fact, the coolest thing you've ever seen in your entire life. So, yeah, how's it going? This is a What Did I Buy series video. We got number 19 on the list here. I was not excited to do this video, and then I opened up this playmat, and it all changed. My whole persona, my whole life, everything about me changed in that one moment that I saw this gigantic, fantastic, amazing SPHEAL. Yeah, this is pretty sick, isn't it? Seriously, though. Is this not the sickest playmat you've ever seen? It's got to be. I already know it is. Don't even have to comment down below. I already know it's cool, whatever. But, yeah, we got a What Did I Buy series video here. We got number 19 on the list. We got a nice little stack of cards here. You didn't see that Gardevoir. Mostly EX era, level X stuff here. I would say mostly level X. But we got a lot of sparklies, as you can see from the side here. A lot of fun stuff. I'm going to run through this. Haven't seen you guys in about a week again. 2 videos seems like it's going to be probably the norm for a little while here, unless I get a submission back or I submit, which isn't going to be as often. I've really not felt like doing the more unique series. That's a word, right? Like the Pokemon Card Laboratory, that kind of stuff, all that kind of jazz. Just been kind of grinding stuff out. I said if you watched Monday's video, a little burnout, not on so much work, but on Pokemon in general and YouTube. And I took 2-ish weeks off, and I'm still feeling a little bit of lag from it. But I'm getting back into the grind here, feeling good about things, and, you know, we're moving through it. But regardless, I've said it before, the last couple weeks, the last month probably, during this time of year, during summer, the warmer months, I have way more that I want to be doing and can be doing and should be doing other than card stuff. And it's one of those things where I have property, I have to take care of it. And also, again, I want to be doing that kind of stuff. I want to be spending time with my family, spending time with my kid outside, that kind of thing. So you're going to see less videos this time of year than you are during the winter months. And that should be good. You should be trying to do more outside stuff, do more of that kind of thing as well yourself. So I'm leading the way for you. You know, you have less to watch of me, and you have more stuff you can be doing, you know, outside of YouTube and outside of that kind of stupid stuff. We're just all idiots on here recording videos. No matter who you are, no matter how big you are, you're just some big dumb idiot with a camera, and you're posting stuff, and people, for whatever reason, are watching you. And you're just a big dumb idiot. So that's my tangent for the day. That is my rambling session. Let's jump into this. Let's enjoy this. If you're familiar with the channel, you know exactly how this all works. If you're not, check back at one of the older videos and you'll understand, or comment down below and I will gladly answer any questions you have. I will say, as always though, this is about 1,500 USD or 200,000 yen in cards. So let's jump into this. Exchange rate is still much in our favor if you're from the US. Prices are still coming down slightly, but I definitely see some rebound where I think stuff like kind of taps the bottom, and then all of a sudden it starts selling, and the people from Japan are like, oh, whoa, and then they tap the price back way up, and then it's going to trickle down again, tap the bottom, and then it's going to kind of just keep bouncing like that, and that's usually how it works with pricing over there. It barely ever hits the bottom floor, and it's hard to time that. It's not hard, it's impossible to time that. And when it does hit the bottom, it really rebounds hard, and they jack the price up to compensate, and then hopefully, I guess they think that, oh, like all of a sudden this stuff's selling, you know, and now we got to jack the price up. It's popular again. It's not really the case. Just people are like, oh my God, like that's too cheap. I can't not buy that. And that's what a lot of us do. But yeah, everything's pretty much in our favor though right now. So if you can buy, go ahead and buy. And that's not like a, hey, go invest. If you're looking for cards right now, especially like older stuff, Take a look at it. Look at the price. Don't FOMO on it, but if you feel like it's a good price and you have the cash, I mean, now is a good time to pick up, as probably ever will be. So, and we'll see. Maybe stuff will drop even further. I really don't know what's going to happen, but that's just the current vibe that I'm getting. All right, let's zoom in. We've done enough rambling. I don't even know what I said for the last 5 minutes, but we said it, we meant it, and now let's move on. All right, take a sip of this Liquid Death. I really wish they would sponsor me at some point. That'd be pretty sick because their stuff's expensive, but I love it. And it's kept me from drinking soda the last month or two here, so that's good. But anyway, let's get into this. We got Field Worker. This one is from, I think this might be the Mew constructed deck. It's definitely not Mirage Forest, but the symbol down there I can't really remember. But we got 2 copies of Field Worker. Beautiful card. If you're not familiar with this one, the Mew is hanging out in the background. Probably one of my favorite trainers of all time. One that as soon as I grade a 10 of, will go into my collection. If I have to buy a 10 at some point, I will. But this is definitely, it's just fantastic artwork. If I could get Sugimori to sign a card, as crazy as it sounds, this would probably be it. But front looks like on that one. Little off center. Back copy. Well, it looked clean, but it looks like we got something going on there, unfortunately. We got 2 copies of Tangrowth Level X. Let me back you guys out just a tad. There we go. 2 copies of Tangrowth. This is from Advent of Arceus. We have the sparkle foiling treatment on this Level X. Front copy, looking pretty good, looking pretty clean. We like it, we like it. Back copy was looking clean, but you can definitely see the small indent on there, which is pretty common when you see a mint card. You get all excited, and then, boom, just absolutely shook. But still good-looking copies. It's just unfortunate that probably will not be grading them. We got Scyther EX. This is from the Trico Constructed deck. We got 1, 2, 3 copies of Trico. Scyther, excuse me. Looks like he's using agility or double, I guess it'd be double team. I feel like this is kind of a slept on artwork. Uh-oh. What did I just do to you guys? Uh-oh. Hold up. I'm trying to adjust. We're having issues doing it. There we go. Don't mind me. I'm just the village idiot. We got 3 copies of Scyther EX using agility. Hopefully you guys didn't, like, black out there. I don't know what the heck just happened. But front copy looks like it's got a little scuffing. Back copy, well, we got a mark up top there. But otherwise, fairly clean. We got Turtwig, play promo. 1, 2, 3, 4 copies of Turtwig. Oh, man, the foiling on this one. It's just a really good card. I like the berry symbol on here, too. I don't know what exactly that's all about, but I just kind of like that. It's just like this cool little added touch. Whatever ability it may give. Maybe it's like a held item for him. I don't know. Obviously, that was a big thing in Diamond and Pearl. Back looks actually super clean. While these have fallen in price pretty significantly for graded copies, they are ones that, for whatever reason, they just sell. I mean, they're good-looking cards. The Chimchar, and the Piplup are all good-looking cards, but you grade them, and as soon as you grade them, get them back. As long as you price them fairly and accordingly, they will typically sell. We have Torterra Level X. This is from first one, yes, so Space Time Creation. 1 copy of Torterra Level X. My personal favorite is the Diamond and Pearl promo copy. I think it's like a Secret of Lakes release version. I like that one a little better than this one. Front and back of this one doesn't look too bad. I don't know why we have so much glare going on. I'm not gonna lie. I wish I did know. Wish I could tell. Got Leafeon Level X up next. One of my favorites, along with the Glaceon from this era as far as Level X's go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 copies of Leafeon Level X. Wow, you can really tell this one in the middle here. Well, I was going to say that one. Yeah, it's definitely a lot darker. Can you see that? Even the foiling, like everything. Like the little headpiece. Yeah, huh, that's interesting. But we got, what, 8 copies of this thing, so we got a couple swirls here. Beautiful card, love this. A little scratching on this one on the front. Back copy actually looks extremely clean, so that's promising. We got Aggron EX. Definitely, I like Aggron, but definitely not my favorite Aggron. I don't really know. This one just looks kind of weird and cheesy to me for some reason. But this one's from Miracle Crystal. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 copies of Aggron EX. Got the like kind of flame background going on. So we got something here in the middle here, damage-wise. I don't know if it's an indent or not, but it doesn't matter because the back copy's got that. Yeah, probably like moderately played on the back, maybe light play, probably moderately with that corner. Yeah, definitely not my favorite Aggron ever. I don't know, just something about it. I like Aggron though. I think a lot of people sleep on Aggron. We got Registeel EX. Nice roll on this one. 1, 2 copies. Speaking of Aggron, we got another Aggron there apparently. Registeel EX, 2 copies here from the Play Promo series. This is like if you subscribed for like the 2nd season or something like that. Got some silvering or scratching shining through here in the front. And the back copy. Back copy doesn't look bad. We like it. Let's go. Got Aggron EX. Once again, this one from Miracle Desert. This kind of has the same vibe, you know, like, it's like they just didn't want to draw Aggron, or they didn't feel it. They weren't feeling it. So they got lazy and just did these like weird red backgrounds and put a little sparkle on it and drew him out and called it a day. It's a little disappointing, especially this is Rio Uedis. It's not like it's bad artists. This is Hikaru Koike. I don't know. I just feel like a little lazy on this. But we got 1, 2 copies of Aggron EX from Miracle Desert. Front of this one looks pretty good. Back of this one looks pretty good. I have sold some of these in 10s. I think around the $150-ish is what these usually go for in 10. But definitely the less popular of the EXs. And again, just kind of strange to me because it is like a steel type, almost like a dragon. Like, I don't know, Aeron, Lairon, and Aggron are all kind of cool. I don't know, just one of those Pokemon that you just don't understand that why it's not popular, and you're wondering if like in the future, if it, you know, grabs any popularity. But we got Steelix, 1, 2 copies from Magmaverse Aqua. I love this card. Beautiful foiling. Oh, man. It has a little hollow bleed on it, too. Just a really nice artwork overall. Front looks really good on that one. Looks like we got some creasing here. Yeah, I can feel it. Well, you can see it, but not only that, but you can feel it. If you're ever uncertain about something like that, I mean, everyone's like, don't touch the card. You got to have rubber gloves. Guys, like, come on now. Like, the whole rubber glove thing needs to stop. Like, unless you're literally sweating grease or you, like, have, like, abrasive skin, like, come on, dude. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're not damaging the card, man. You're just not. Unless you're literally have Hulk strength and you can't control it and you're about to crunch the card, which in that case, gloves aren't going to help you. Like, just, I digress from where we're going here, but the glove thing, it needs to stop. We need to get over that. But if you're ever unsure about something, say like you see, in this case, it's like, what is that? Well, as soon as you feel it, you can feel the little ridges and you know that it is, in fact, a crease or some sort of crease. If you ever see something on the card like a dot and you like rub your finger over it and it's raised, that means it's probably something stuck to the card that'll probably come off with either a very light like edging of your fingernail or like a Q-tip or something along those lines with a non-corrosive solvent or something should get that off. Just stuff like that. Like by touch, you can definitely figure out what a lot of things are. If you see a mark and you think, is this a scratch or is this an indent? If you like lightly rub your fingernail over top, like kind of just slide it, if it's a dent, you're going to feel your fingernail kind of like tip that dent. So again, I use my hands. I mean, obviously you're using your hands all the time to do this stuff. I mean, I'm like a hand model right now. But when you're doing condition checking, if you're uncertain about what something is, using your sense of touch to actually figure it out is a good, accurate way to assess what you're dealing with and whether or not it is something grade worthy that you can fix or like clean up if it's something like stuck to the card, or if it's an indent or a crease or something where you're like, okay, this probably isn't worth it. So just my 2 cents on that. Hopefully that helps some of you guys out when you're condition checking and doing that kind of stuff, and hopefully gets some of you to toss the rubber gloves, or, you know, better yet, use them for something that they're actually meant for, instead of handling trading cards where you're just, again, like, it just boggles my mind the amount of people handling like 50-cent cardboard with gloves on as if they're handling treasure and they're actually doing something. It's like, dude, you're so out of touch. It's wild. But anyway, moving on. I might have offended somebody there, but it just doesn't matter to me. So we got Zapdos EX. Play promo. I feel like this might have been like some sort of like a subscription thing as well. But we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 copies of Zapdos. I love this card too. Absolutely beautiful artwork. To be honest with you, the Moltres, Articuno, and Zapdos, all the play promos are fantastic. All 3 of them. Ooh, look at that big swirl on this one here. And there's a swirl on the edge of this one. Man, this is just a really good card. Ooh, and a swirl on this one. This is a really good Zapdos card. Look at this. K Hashiba. Well, hopefully, it's unfortunate that artist didn't do more. But what? Front copy looks pretty good. We like it. We like it. Back copy looking pretty good. There we go. Win-win. Don't worry, I'll find something in the front and the back of each of those copies, and probably all the other ones. All right, we got Jolteon from Magmaverse Aqua. Another beautiful artwork. We have Nishida here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 copies of Jolteon. I'm also staring on the right side. You guys can't see it. The Flareon from this set, which is also an absolutely fantastic card. Just beautiful artwork. These are from Sandstorm in English. And what? Did this get a holo in English? Or is it only a rare? I can't even remember anymore. But absolutely gorgeous card. Oh, man. But front copy looks pretty good. A little bit of silvering on the side here. Back of this one, whitening, wear and tear on the sides, but not terrible overall. But again, just an absolutely beautiful card. Whether you grade it, keep it in a binder, whatever it is you do with it, just a fantastic card. We got Tyranitar EX from Golden Sky, Silvery Ocean. Front of this one looks pretty good. I love this card. I have one of these in my collection, and a 10. I don't know what it is about this one. I think it's... Tyranitar's like super green. They got the super blue belly. Like, he has like the whited out eyes. Just the pose. The 4 attacks, like the dark typing. I don't know. Just this one does it for me for sure. But this one looks pretty clean. We like that. Good times. Oh, should have the rubber gloves on, right? Oh, man, I'm probably going to get some haters for that, but that's fine. I'm not here to make everybody happy or please everybody or whatever. I'm just here to inform, share my opinions, and entertain, and, you know, whoever wants to hang around and chill, great. If you don't, I'll see you later. We got Sharpedo EX, Clash the Blue Sky. 1, 2, 3, 4 copies of Sharpedo. I like Sharpedo. I think Sharpedo is cool. And I also think there's a couple good Sharpedo cards out there. I'm trying to think. I think it's Magmaverse Aqua off the top of my head. I think is a really good one. It's a really nice holo. Really in-depth, like rich blue on the card. This one's cool. It's interesting it's dark type, but I think Sharpedo is dark water, right? Because it uses crunch. But I think it takes away a little, or maybe adds. Well, you can see right there, this one, because of the way that it is not in mint condition. Front copy looks all right, though. But yeah, I don't know. It just kind of takes, I mean, he looks like full on dark. You can't even, like, you see like a faint little bit of blue there, and that's about it. But he's also enraged looking, so I don't know. But nice looking card, cool card, but definitely not my favorite Sharpedo. We have one copy, it looks, of Rocket's Articuno EX from the Silver Deck Kit. This has the crazy sparkle foiling, EX treatment, gloss all over, craziness. Front looks pretty good in that one. And the back looks pretty good itself as well. A little bit of whitening, that's about it. Might be gradable, I don't know. Next up, I doted over the Zapdos. We also have here the Articuno EX Play Promo. Got one copy of it, not quite as many, obviously, as the Zapdos. I like the snowflakes in this one. I like the color. I don't know. The Articuno almost looks like a white, like a pale white. I don't know. It's just nice card. Super nice card. Front looks really good on this one. Back has a little bit of whitening down on the left there, but overall not too bad. Just a great card. Blastoise EX from the Blastoise EX Constructed Deck. Believe it or not, 2 copies of Blastoise. This one with the also wild, crazy sparkle foiling on it. I like this one too because Blastoise is like a super rich, like almost like a dark navy blue. The shell's like a really like a darker brown. The white like really pops on it. It's just kind of a cool EX. I don't think I want these in my collection in a binder or in graded form, but I have talked about it before. I'd like to get a sealed deck of this, the Charizard, and the Venusaur to display. So I'll have to do that in the future. Probably best to do that before they turn into billion-dollar items. I'm sure the Blastoise and the Venusaur are probably around 100. Maybe, I'd say 100 is probably low, and that'd be a deal. 150 is probably median, and like 2 to 250 is probably high range, but definitely should probably look into picking those up. And then the Charizard, I'm sure the Charizard's like 500. I'm sure if there's none available at the time, there's somebody on there with one for like 1,000, something like that. But front copy looks pretty good of this. Back, unfortunately, we got a decent amount of wear and tear, but what about the front copy? Yeah, a little bit of whitening in the bottom, but who knows? Maybe it's gradable. Only I'll get to know that, but then you'll get to see it when I submit it anyway, so it doesn't matter. We got Melodic EX, 2 copies of Melodic EX from the Water Quick Construct deck. Front of this one looks pretty clean. This is also a really pretty card. Melodic in general is cool. I always like the fact that you have this ugly, weird Feebas, and all you have to do is, what was it? Was it increase its beauty? Like with the Pogi pellets or whatever the heck it was. I know that sounds terrible. Like the cubes, little cube things you made in the original Diamond and Pearl for like the contests. I think that's what it was. You increased its beauty to a certain point, and then it evolved into Melodic. But I could be completely wrong on that, but that's, if I remember right, that's how it worked. But I definitely had a Melodic when I played. Front copy looks pretty good, but the back copy, well, you can see already that we've got some issues there. We got Palkia Level X. This one is this Shining Darkness, or is it the deck? I think this is Shining Darkness. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 copies. Yeah, this one's the constructed deck. It worked out that that's behind there. But yeah, this one is from Shining Darkness. I like the constructed deck one better, but this is still a nice card. Front copy looking pretty good. Back copy, not so much. Got a lot of whitening on this one. But still a good-looking card. Ah, man. To have Level X era back again and that kind of stuff, and just to go through it once more, even just for a day, would be cool. We got Palkia Level X again. Like I said, this one's from the Constructed Starter Deck. Definitely feel like this one, I always thought that, I mean, you can see here as I clash the 2 cards together, now they're all damaged. I guess this one is kind of pinkish. I mean, Palkia has like a pinkish color to it, but this one just seems like super light, almost purpley in my opinion. But we got 1, 2, 3 copies of Palkia. And speaking of touch, yeah, there's just certain times where you touch a card and you don't even have to turn the back around and you know that it's messed up. And like right there, like as soon as I grabbed these, I just felt it. And I mean, you can see, yeah, it's got some wear and tear on it. Front copy looks pretty good, but that's, I mean, the front of this one, nah, front doesn't look great either. At least, no, I don't know, it's not terrible, but yeah, I mean, there's a certain feel when you go through so many cards where like you feel the back of one and you're like, dude, like I know that thing's messed up, or like, no, dude, like I think that one might be mint. I know that sounds weird, but when you've handled enough cards without gloves, mind you, it just starts to get that way where you actually like can figure out what you're feeling before you even condition check. And that doesn't mean if it feels good that you're not going to find an indent. But in general, like it's not like I said, like this one just felt messed up, like from the back. I was just like something feels weird and off here. You could call me the Pokey Whisperer, I guess. I just have the feeling. I have the magic touch. We got Vaporeon EX. One copy. This one from the Water Quick Construct deck. Holland Research, whatever, Mabob thing. Vaporeon on the front looking pretty good. Back looking pretty good. Like it. Empoleon level X. This one from Diamond Pearl promo set. I think this was, what release? I think it was for a release. But we got 1, 2, 3, 4 copies of Empoleon. See, look at that. My first instinct when I see that, you see that little mark there in the front, is to like touch it. Is like, hey, like what is this? Like, is this a scratch? Is this on the card where it's flat, or is this raised? Is this something on the card where it's stuck to it? I'm investigating. I'm figuring it out with my hands rather than, let me stare at this all day. Let me go put gloves on, and then let me get like my tweezers out and my telescope, and let me zoom in on this and do weird stuff to a card that even if it's near mint is probably like $30. If it's grade worthy, yeah, sure. If it's a 10, like 150, but you know, it just a lot of unnecessary stuff. I'm really harping on it today, but it's the vibe I've got right now, and that's we're riding the tide. We're going with it. We're being one with this feel. But, yeah, at first glance, like, I see that, I want to touch it, I feel it, and then I'm like, it feels like it's flat with the card, so it's probably a scratch. Now, again, I'm looking through the camera, so I can't see quite as well as what you guys can when you're watching this video, because I'm looking through the screen rather than up close and personal. I know it sounds weird, but definitely looking through a camera to see things is a lot worse than actually, you know, I'm just going to look at it in person right now. Yeah, I can see exactly what it is. It actually looks like it might just be a piece of dirt. But it's like flat, like more like a stain piece rather than anything. So it might wipe off, it might not. But regardless, it doesn't matter because you can see the top edge wear. All right, flipping over to the back. This didn't look bad, but then we got whatever we got going on here. Angles, people, angles. You go like this, the light reflects differently. You see things, you see different things at all angles. You flip it upside down, you see even more different things. Man, you got to be careful out there. Grading's $15 a card. You don't want to grade stuff that's not worth it, especially when the raw market's so good right now. Piplup play promo. This is the same as the Turtwig we talked about earlier. Again, super nice card. 2 Piplups. I would say Piplup's probably the best seller. Turtwig being the second, and then Chimchar being the third, as weird as that sounds. And I've graded a lot of copies. I've had a lot of copies of these. That's just from my personal experience. Front copy looks pretty good. Back copy also looks pretty good. We got the Lapras EX from the Mudkip constructed deck. Got the non-hollow foiling on this. They never did a foil version of this in Japanese. Got the crazy bubbles going everywhere. It's kind of a cool looking card. 1, 2, 3, 4 copies of Lapras. I remember back during the peak of COVID, actually, as weird as it sounds, I can remember exactly where I was. And maybe that's actually insane of me, but I was right near Chipotle getting ready to pick up Chipotle. And I got a notification that I sold one of these for $300 or $350 or something like that in a PSA 10. Would it sell for that now? Probably not. but I know these are low pop for some reason. People didn't grade these as often, like any of the non-holo ones. I don't exactly know what the reasoning behind it. It's not like they're bad Pokemon. They're still EXs. But yeah, they did not get graded as often as what the shiny ones did. Front copy looks meh. Back copy doesn't look bad. Now you're all like, man, this dude remembered when he sold a card like 3 years ago. Yeah, he's insane. We will unfollow, unsubscribe, get out of here quick. Do I blame you? Probably not. Glaceon level X, Dawn Dash. We might have a double swirl on this one. I know we got a big orb here. This is a good looking card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 copies of Glaceon. Funny, we got 8 of these, and we also had 8 of the Leafeon. I absolutely love this card as well. I do have one of these in my personal collection. Front of this one doesn't look too bad. Looks like you might have some going on here. And the back copy, well, you tell me. You tell me. To me, that looks like a coin indent. Like somebody had like a coin in their something and they put it in there and then pressed on it, and then this just like makes this weird imprint dent. It's just something you see a lot when you see cards that actually came with a coin and you see the indents on them. If you've ever seen that, you know what I mean. If not, I mean, take a common card and put a coin indent on it once and see what it looks like, and you'll know what I mean. We got Camerupt DX from the Fire Quick Construct deck. 1 copy of Camerupt. Looks like the corner of this one, little ding, but super clean other than that. But the back, not so much. Kind of average wear. We got Latias EX. Delta species with the fire typing. Always really like this one, but oh my gosh. Well, I can already tell that this one is not in mint condition, but that actually kind of looks pretty sick, doesn't it? It's the rare scratched foiling error where it's supposed to, you know, like a dragon's claw came in here and scratched it. Yeah, that's right. Super duper dragon rainbow scratch error. That's what somebody would say. That does actually kind of look sick, I'm not gonna lie. But this thing is obviously not in great condition. But it's a 101. Look at it. It does look, that actually looks kind of sick, I'm not gonna lie. That's interesting. I'll list it as an error for 1,000. Duh. Error. Sorry. I'm sorry. I will not do that. Because I know some of you might be like, oh, is he really going to do that? No, I'm not. We got Charizard EX. Koro promo. You've seen this one pretty frequently. We got 2 copies of Charizard. These are hard to tell on screen what they... Oh, this one's got like something going on down here, I think. But one thing I will tell you about these like older but newer cards, like the XY era Sun and Moon, the gloss on these cards, it's hard to see. It's hard to see like marks and stuff like that, unless you got one like that, which isn't hard to see. But make sure you're looking at this stuff before you grade it. Otherwise, you're gonna be pretty disappointed if you get this stuff in, think it's just supposed to be mint because it's XY era, and then like it's a 6. Like, just, you should be looking at every card. You should be maximizing your value and optimizing things, because again, at the end of the day, it costs you $15 to grade. You know what I mean? You paid for the card. You're in it probably $20, $25, depending on what it is. Maybe only $16 if it's a low-end card. But you should maximize your return, and you should, you know, even if it's for your collection, you got to take that kind of, that like emotional attachment to the card where you're like, I really want a 10 of this. I'm going to give this one a shot and send it in. Like, you got to take that out of the equation. If it's not a 10 or if it's not, you know, grade worthy, just don't send it in. Wait, put that money towards another copy and then try again if it's actually a good copy. I remember when I was first getting into grading, like, that's kind of how I thought about it. Like, I really wanted like this card in a 10 and I really wanted it, so I sent it in. Then you get a 7 back and you're like, why did I do that? Like, you know, I could have just sold that copy and got a cleaner copy to send in to potentially get a 10, or put it in a binder to look at. Would have been better off than sending it in a grade and then getting a disappointing grade. So, just my 2 cents on that. But yeah, back copy of that one. Back copy of that is absolutely wrecked. Front copy has a mark as well. This is a Flareon we were talking about earlier. This also from Magma vs. Aqua. This one by Harada, but is following a very similar trend to the Nishida one where they're just super soft artwork. I don't know. Absolutely love it. We got one copy of Flareon. Speaking of that, this is one of the first cards I think I remember grading in a 10, like way back, where like a forcer to this. This, and then a Flareon from Split Earth as well, and a holo. I graded a 10. I think I remember getting 2 of those in 10 and selling one for like 40 bucks because that's how cheap stuff was about 5-6 years ago. So imagine that. But front of this one looks pretty good. Got something going on the top there. Yeah, this one unfortunately not going to make the cut. But because of the clean face, that probably will make a nice binder copy for somebody. We have Magma Houndoom. Again, Magma vs. Aqua. 1, 2, 3 copies of it. Front copy looks pretty good on this one. This card, for whatever reason, I don't know, it sells pretty well. I've been selling a lot of copies of this. I mean, maybe it's just me. But a lot of times when I put this stuff up, these up raw, they clear out pretty quick. It is a good looking card. And Houndoom is a pretty popular Pokemon, but yeah, it's just always funny what sells and what doesn't. I've said it before, but a lot of times you'll think, oh, these are going to sell like hotcakes, and then they don't, and then something you don't think is going to sell does sell like that, and you're like, you just can't ever predict. You can't predict it all the time. You can't predict it at all, really. Excuse me, I had to take a sip of drink. All right, we got Gardevoir EX. Now I'm seeing this, that Mirage Forest we saw earlier. It's actually in the front of this. Same symbol. Why did I remember that? Don't know. Just did. So that means this is from like... Maybe this is the Gardevoir Quick Construct deck. Maybe that's who it's supposed to be. I don't know. Anyway, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 copies of Gardevoir EX from its own construct deck, if I remember correctly. Has a reverse style foiling that the Latias we saw earlier did. Looks pretty clean, the front of this one. Centering looks a little meh, but back copies looking pretty good as well. A little whitening. Nice, nice. Blaziken FB level X. Love this card. This is from PT3, which is what? Galactus Conquest is 1. I always do this, dude. 2 is Bonds. This is Beat of the Frontier, I think. Maybe. Possibly. 1, 2, 3 copies of Blaziken. Again, absolutely love this card. Love the foiling on this one. Love the color. Like Blaziken. Just everything about this one is, well, I don't know. Just really like it. Front copy looks pretty good. Back copy looks pretty good as well, but we do have a mark down here, unfortunately. Otherwise, pretty clean. Another one of these non-holo EXs. We got Magmar EX. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 copies of Magmar. He is engulfed in flames 100%, which, you know, he does usually sprout from volcanoes, so that actually checks out. That's pretty normal. This is from the Torchic constructed deck. Also, when we just did that, see, look, that's why you're like, oh, it's mint, oh, see, you shimmer it around, you shimmy shake it, give it a little shimmy shake, and you see things. But obviously that one's not mint, and well, obviously this one also is not mint in any way, shape, or form. More so, damaged. These usually are always cheap though, even when listed as like near mint and stuff like that. A lot of the times in Japan, they're like really cheap. Again, I don't really know why. I mean, you only got 1 per constructed deck. Yeah, they were easily available. You grab one and you're guaranteed it. But it's probably something people didn't buy quite as often as booster packs, so I don't know. I definitely think, in my personal opinion, these are always ones I grab, and you'll see next as one as well, actually. Again, I feel like they're somewhat undervalued and underappreciated because they are non-holo EXs, which didn't occur all that often. And didn't occur at all in English. So we got Entei EX here again, same deal with this one. There's also a Raikou and then Suicune for whatever reason. It always irritated me when they broke the 3 up with that kind of stuff. They do that often. They do that all the time. But Suicune got its own EX in Magmaverse Aqua. And it's the same deal in Black and White. Entei and Raikou got sick full arts, and then Suicune got dealt a crappy hand. So I don't know, just not a fan when they do that stuff. But anyway, I digress. We got Entei EX, 2 copies. I do like this card. I think I do have a 10 of this in the store. It's pretty low pop. So we've got an indent in the front of this one. And the back copy looks not bad. A little bit of whitening. But yeah, I don't know. I like these. I like, especially these. I like the Entei and I like the Raikou a lot. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I don't have the Entei in the store. Maybe it's the Raikou. We got Magcargo EX from Rulers of the Heavens. 2 copies. A little bug-eyed Magcargo here. His shell looks kind of weird. It's like blue. Is it normally blue? I don't know. Anyway, that's not important. What is important is we get through this because we're at 40 minutes. Front on this one doesn't look too bad. Back copy looks like it has some normal wear and tear. Excuse me. That's what I get for drinking seltzer water. We got our Maldo EX. ADVP promo. I think this was Koro Koro. I think this is Koro Koro release. Could be wrong. We got 1, 2, 3 copies of Armaldo EX. This has the glossy finish, and this one, you know, it's mint. This is near mint right here. What not near mint? We won't go into that one because last time I did that, I got a bunch of dislikes and actually unsubscribers from the channel for that one. So that was amusing. But yeah, this one's not in great shape. But this is, I want to say, no, I lied. I was gonna say this is one of the only glossy EXs, but the other actually might be one of the other ones in here. It's a Deoxys EX promo. And why they did the... No, it definitely isn't, because ADVP, they did it too. There's Groudon and Kyogre have glossy, so I'm completely off on that. But, so we have non-hollow ones, we have glossy ones, you know, we got it all. But this one, extremely hard to grade. And Armaldo in general. Armaldo's kind of a cool Pokemon, so... Well, it is a cool Pokemon, not kinda. But obviously, front of that one, not great. And the back of this one, not great. Which, again, is pretty typical for glossy promos and anything that got peeled, basically. Anything got peeled from back then, no matter what era, whether it's old back, ADVP, PCGP, anything from those eras, just a lot of times anything peeled just gets jacked up. But we got Groudon EX. Can't remember what the release on this one is. I hate that symbol. If you guys know me, it always messes me up. So we're just going to move on from it. We got 1 copy. Groudon EX with the crazy cracked ice foiling. Great looking card. Corner of this one, not so great. It's like top corners in general. And yeah, the back. The back is less than stellar, we'll say. Hippowdon, level X. 1 copy of Hippowdon from PT2 or Bond Stand of Time. Front of this one looks not bad. Back of this one looks kinda not great. Alright, we're down to our last stack here. Gotta get through this. I'm hoping we're under an hour here. You know, this is the thing. Maybe I'd enjoy... I shouldn't say I enjoy more. I do enjoy doing the videos. Maybe I would not get burnt out if I wasn't doing like 45-minute, like half hour. Like usually my content's like half hour, like bare minimum. And it's my own fault. I'm not saying that, but I think that's what burns me out a little bit on this stuff on occasion. Is just, you know, I'm sitting here talking to myself for an hour. I feel like a crazy person. Like it's me and SPHEAL. Me and SPHEAL are hanging out right now, and I'm talking to myself for like an hour, dude. Like, sure, I'm talking to you now that you're watching, but I'm not talking to you right now because you're not here until I post a video. So it's just me and SPHEAL. You know, we're hanging out, and we're going through cards, which is cool, but it's an hour. I don't need to hang out with SPHEAL for an hour a day. I just don't need to do it. So if you're ever wondering why people get burnt out doing this stuff, it's got to be that right there. I mean, especially if you're a solo or you're not being filmed or you're not doing a YouTube collaboration. Yeah, you just go slip slowly into madness as you do this. I don't know, but I digress once again. I'm yelling about not getting through this, but here I am wasting more time. So we got Medicham EX from the Fighting Quick Construct deck. 1, 2, 3, 4 copies of Medicham. Oh, we got a corner ding down there. So that one is off the grading chopping block of the back copy. Let's just say it could be mint. Next up, we have Golem EX from Magmaverse Aqua. 1, 2, 3 copies of Golem. I really like this card. I have no idea why. It is a very weird looking Golem. There's really no reason for me to like it. I just do, and I don't know why. I don't know. I also like the Golem got an EX from this era. I think that's pretty sweet. But let me do a little shimmy shake on this one. Clean. Pretty clean. I've graded a couple 10s of this, I think, in the past. Pretty clean on this one, too. I don't know. Again, I don't know why I like this card. Again, I do. I like this card. We've got Altaria EX from Mirage Forest. This is a beautiful card as well. 1, 2 copies of Altaria. Front looks pretty good. Back looking pretty was looking pretty good, and then, well, that's not gonna do it. It's a shame. That's a shame. We got Chansey EX. Hold on a sec, guys. Let me take a nurse of water here. Refreshing. Chansey EX from Expansion Pack and or Ruby and Sapphire in English. 1 copy. I like the dark kind of green background on this one, but it is very bland. You almost can't even see his mouth. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like just this line. If I zoom in once, there you go. You can see when I zoom in, but when I zoom out, you know, he looks like he just got eyes. Just think if that was Chansey, like, it's just eyes. Like, no mouth, eyes, and arms. Kind of freaky, right? Yeah. Interesting. We got Latias EX. Again, another non-holo here, one I pick up pretty often. You've probably seen on the channel numerous times, as well as the Latios. 2 copies of Latias. Front copy doesn't look too bad. And the back copy looks pretty good. Good. All good things. Flygon Level X. 1 copy. This is from PT2, Bond Stand of Time. Front looks pretty good. Back looks pretty good. We like it. We got Flygon EX, Mirage Forest. I like this one a little better. I like both, but I like this one a little better. Flygon EX, Mirage Forest. 1, 2 copies of Flygon EX. Oh, must have got these mixed up because we got some more of these here. Must have shuffled those around by mistake that or didn't sort correctly. That's unfortunate. We got 2 copies of Flygon. Front copy looks pretty good. Back copy. Well, you can see the back copy of both is actually not good. So we're just going to push those to the side. I'm actually going to grab these other Altarias. I don't know what happened there. I don't think I made that mistake yet on doing these videos, but I guess there's a first time for everything. But we had 4 copies, actually, of this very beautiful card. We do not need to go over it again. If you think we did, we don't. We got Garchomp EX. Excuse me, Level X. This one from Dawn Dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 copies of Garchomp. Front of this one looks pretty clean. Yeah, we like that. All right. Back copy looks clean, but again, you do a little shimmy shake. And what do you see there? Oh, and you touch it too. You feel it immediately. Believe it or not. A little shimmy shake with a feel. That's right. Well, That one is not mint. Let's hope that didn't, yeah, it was just this card. I was hoping maybe, like, I didn't do something, or didn't do something in shipment where, like, it started punching a hole through all of them, and it did not. It's just limited to this copy, but that's a shame because this copy looked clean on the back other than that, and it is indeed clean other than that massive indent we're seeing there. But let's hope we have a mint copy in here because the rest of them look like they're potentially clean as well. We got Miss Magius level X from the it's a DPTP promo. This came in a blister pack. We got one copy of Miss Magius with a nice little swirl there. Very clean overall. On the front, let's just specify because the back is, well, it's not. We have SPHEAL EX. One copy of SPHEAL from Miracle Crystal. Front has some whitening, or no, excuse me, not whitening, silvering and scratching, and the corners do not look great. And the back confirms that and goes a step further, being, well, possibly heavily played. Yeah, definitely heavily played to damage. So that's good. Deoxys EX. Again, this is another one of those glossy ones. I would assume this was like a magazine promo or something along those lines that got peeled. This one on the front doesn't look bad, but I think I'm maybe disappointed. Maybe not. A little indent there. Man, that's a bummer. Super clean copy, and then just a little indent. I'm sure this one would be pricey in a PSA 10 for sure. We got Mewtwo level X from the DP5. Is this the Regigigas level X deck one, or is this? No, I think it'll say it if it is. Yeah, well, there, right. No, this is. I lied to you. It is the Regigigas level X version. This is the Mewtwo level X version. We got one copy of this one. Front looks pretty good. Back. We got that. We got that. And, well, that's that. Mewtwo level X from the Mewtwo level X constructed deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 copies of Mewtwo. Front copy is looking not bad. Back copy is looking not bad, but not, as you can see in the top, great. Average wear. Giratina level X from Galactic's Conquest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 copies of Giratina. Absolutely beautiful card. I'm not sure why they made his, like, little wing arm dangly things, like, super prominent in this, but they did. And it's a good looking card. I really like this one, but I don't know. Definitely an interesting choice there, but I don't know. I like the up close and personal. I like the sparkle flying. It's a great card. We'll just stick with that. But again, we got what did I say? 5 copies of this one. I already saw bad things. Yeah, bad things there. Front of this one does not look great, and the back doesn't look terrible in this one, but definitely some average wear and tear. Which again, my first instinct there was to touch that and see what it is. Doesn't feel raised, doesn't feel like anything else. Might just be a scuff, might be dirt attached flatly, flatly a word? I don't think so, probably not. Flat to the card. And there's some scratching. Look, there's an indent up here. I can feel it. No gloves. Oh, man. I gotta amuse myself, man. We're about an hour in at this point. All right, Deoxys EX. Did we... Yeah, never mind. I'm losing my mind. Anyway, moving on. Deoxys EX from the constructed deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 copies. I didn't realize I bought that many in this one. I got a lot of copies of this floating around. It is a good looking card, though. Deoxys do be looking cool. But this one in the front... I mean, yeah, dude, just admire the foiling for a sec. Oof. Just so good. Love this era. Just absolutely prime. Front of this one doesn't look bad, but it's really hard to tell with those until you actually get under a good light and really focus on them. And the back, well, that's unfortunate. Hey, look, I'm feeling it. see, I know exactly it's an indent. Oh, that's crazy. But yeah, that's not going to get graded. But yeah, the front of this one, you can see a corner ding there too. That is a really good Deoxys. I think that's just the standard form. I think this one might be the defense form. We got one copy of that from Clash of the Blue Sky. This one looking pretty clean on the front and pretty clean on the back. We'd like to see that. Dusknoir Level X. One copy from Stormfront. He is not so good. And again, you see my first move is just to say, what is that? And examine it. And I know I'm sounding like a broken record if you're even here at this point, but it just is. It's a shame. Ah, yeah, bottom two. It is a shame though, because it does look like a super clean copy overall, and then you just have these weird like abuse indents where someone just like hacha hacha hacha, and well, you know, you end up with a clean card that's got 3 vicious marks on it that make it now like moderately played to heavily played. So it's unfortunate. Got Gardevoir Level X. 1, 2, 3. Hold on, I'm gonna take a pause quick. Why? Yeah, I don't know why. This one just caught me off guard for a second. It's like maybe like different color. Or maybe it's this one. Something about those. I think maybe it's this one. Yeah. See that? It's like a lighter green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 copies of Gardevoir Level X from Dawn Dash. Can't even get them all on the screen. We got all these green heads flying around. Shimmy shake, shimmy shake. That's my new word. My new phrase. Or it could be a word. I could just hyphenate it, right? Just shimmy shake, right? Yeah. Front copy looks pretty good. Back copy doesn't look bad, but I definitely saw something down here. Yeah, a little indent. Not too bad overall, though. I'm sure we got one good copy in here out of 13. But yeah, that about does it, guys. That finally wraps it up. We're at 57 minutes. We were just shy of an hour, so not completely insane, just partially. Like I said, I haven't been doing too many videos lately, but it'll pick up. And again, it'll pick up a lot more as we, you know, I don't even want to rush it, but when we get into the later months of the year, that's when that kind of stuff will pick up. This stuff will pick up more. But again, I don't even want to talk about that because we're in May, and I want to really thoroughly enjoy the weather in May, June, July, August, September, and even October and November. I do like fall, so. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Hopefully you guys are doing well. As always, like, subscribe, comment down below, or don't. But either way, I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate you.